how does a client continuously improve from a product standpoint as well as from a compliance standpoint to make sure that in the process they are not going a route that may not lead to compliance or there may be issues? What's the standard protocol there, and what's your advice to people who are entering the industry?
Whoever invests in pharmaceutical facility, and people who did, they are quite aware about this. You need to dedicate significant amount of money for OpEx in the initial investment, because the facility will be finished. After the facility is finished, you will need minimum of 1 or 1.5 years in order to get to the first revenue, because you need to start trials, you need to have the 3 validation batches, you need to start defining the product, you need to run the stability studies, you need to call in the inspections for audits, whether this is GACP or GMP. And at the end of the day, you will realize that if everything works perfectly, if you don't fail in one of these processes, it will take 1.5 years from the operational start. For a pharmaceutical facility, it's a significant monthly and annual OpEx. Setting up a facility is the difficult part. We start, let's elaborate a little bit on this. We start by designing a facility and sizing it accordingly. Designing and sizing facility is the most important thing. I mean, we start greenfield, brownfield projects, or with existing building, which is like a panel box building, which is a difficult part for us, because we need to fit in all the product material and personnel corridors inside, and everything to be compliant according to the guidelines, certification guidelines. The starting of the sizing of the facility, when we start sizing the facility, the most important thing is the equipment selection, because the equipment can save huge amount of OpEx later on. And it's the investor's approach, whether they want to cut down on CapEx now and have very significant higher operating expenses later on, or they're going to invest in CapEx now and have low operating cost while production. And nowadays, with the energy prices going up and with all the materials going up, it's better to invest in CapEx. This is our advice to the clients. When we set up a facility, we are setting up the facility itself, the equipment inside, we train the personnel, and we implement the SOPs, the standard operating procedures. So this is how we create the quality management system and the pharmaceutical management system all in once. To improve, if the facility is set up correctly, if the equipment is defined and selected according to the capacities, according to the workflow, according to the production flow, according to the capacities, the quantities produced, cultivated and extracted, the facility will run smoothly from day one. Improving, and this is where our collaboration started, because I found amazing partners from your side that will help my job and make my life easier. The improvement, it's always regarding the support from the manufacturers of the equipment, always. So it's the personnel communicating with the equipment producers, and improvement in the processes itself. It's minor. I mean, the personnel will understand that okay, maybe this is not done in a correct way. We should do it in a different way, but this will not increase the productivity in 10%. Other things will. So they will understand by talking to the manufacturers of the equipment how to shorten the cycle of the process, how to increase the efficacy of the process, how to even validate the cleaning of the equipment, so they don't lose time in daily activities.
Absolutely.
Setting up a facility, Yogesh, is what can be done quite easily. Running the facility is the difficult part. Running a facility means that everything has to be in order, everything has to be checked, all the processes, all the personnel has to be well trained, no fluctuation of personnel in one facility. And at the end of the day, it's a teamwork. It's definitely a teamwork, not only within the personnel, but the personnel with all the vendors of equipment, with consultants, with the market, with the sales department, and they know how to adapt and how to increase the productivity.